welcome to the Quacks of Quedlinburg. Did I say it right?
I don't know. I think so.
Quedlinburg. Quacks, not ducks.
Yes.
We're Luke and Alex from Love Board Games, and this is our review of this game that has been out quite a while, and we've only just played it. We've owned it quite a while.
Yeah, we got it last year's UKG, and I think the game is since 2018 or something.
We got the mega box.
Yes.
Ooh.
But it is a bit broken, hence why we use that.
There's not a mega box, there's a mega bag.
Yes.
We enjoyed playing this last night.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so there is the setup, and I've seen way too many components, and I was always afraid to actually read it through because
I hate games with lots of components.
Yeah.
This wasn't as scary as it first seemed.
No, and also it's because it comes in the mega box or mega bag with 3 expansion packs. That's why.
Yes.
The base game setup is here. So you have your cauldron.
Yeah.
Cauldron. You have the main board. You have your ingredients, and you have the books of spells that tell you what the ingredients do. Your aim is to mix as many ingredients as you can, or as possible.
Yeah, I've only just realised that that's a cauldron now that you said it. I don't think I realised that yesterday.
Yeah. Mix as many ingredients as you can and earn as many points as possible over 9 days. So this is the score marker that goes over the 9 rounds or 9 days of the game, and you score points going around. Each player starts with the cauldron with a starting droplet on 0.
If you get the red one, it looks like the Vodafone logo.
It does. And then you have your redstone, you have your potion, fill up, and you get a gem as well. Apparently the first player is the player that cooked last.
You.
There you go. And then you have the deck, and you pick one of the cards. Also, each player gets a bag that has in it a few of the ingredients. So it has a green ingredient, a pumpkin ingredient, and then the white ones. Now, as you're going around, we said we put ingredients, but there's a catch. The catch is those white ingredients here. So those ingredients, if you have more, if the score of those ingredients, you can see the score on there, adds up more than 7,
you go boom.
Yes. And you're not necessarily out, but there are some side effects.
We have linked this game to be quite similar to Quartz, if anybody has played Quartz, except in Quartz, when you go boom, and
Yes.
you're done.
Yeah.
In this one, you do go boom, but there are still opportunities to continue playing the game afterwards.
Yeah, you're still going to score some things. So, as I said, you have those ingredients. Those are the white ingredients that you do not want to have in your potion. You want to have of the other ones. And all of the other ones come with some abilities that I'll explain as we're going along. So, put a few in the bag.
You each get a bag, which is nice.
Yeah, each one has their own bag. And for each round, you turn a card and you do what it says. So this one, for example, it says, draw 4 chips from your bag. You may trade in one of them for a chip of the same color with the next higher value. If you cannot make a trade, take 1 green chip, put all the chips back into the bag. Which is a good one, actually. Didn't have that
if you
one.
listen to that entire paragraph, which I did not.
Yes. The values on the chips tells you where you're going to position them. So this one is a 4. So that means you start from your droplet and you count 1, 2, 3, 4 places, and that goes there. If your next one, for example, is a 1, is placed straight after. So your aim is to go as far as possible. The numbers, although consecutive, you don't have, well, you do have all the numbers are doubled up. So you don't put it on the number that's depicted. You just count bubbles, let's say, how far they will go. So all players at the same time, you can do it at the same time. You can go in order if you want.
Which is nice because nobody's waiting around.
Yep. You start picking ingredients from your bag and placing them straight away on your potion. Now, as I said, some of them have specific abilities. We talk about the white ones. If they add up more than 7, you stop, you go boom. Now the skulls, it tells you that this one, if the chip is on a ruby space, you immediately receive 1 ruby. This one is not. So the ruby spaces are there, the red ones. You can see the red rubies. So if it is on there, you have immediate effect and you get a ruby. So
rubies are good because you can spend them later to either progress your droplet so that you start a bit later on down the line, which is good. Or you can use them to flip over your potion bottle.
So what does this potion bottle does? As you go along, let's say I have a 1 and another 1. Oh, I keep picking 1s. Let's say that you've been that unlucky, and we've been unlucky. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's add up to 7. 7, it's okay, you don't go boom.
Yeah.
More than 7, you go boom. So you picked the 3, which actually needs to be positioned here. And that's when you can use your potion. You can flip it over and you remove the last white one and goes back into your bag.
But obviously you need to return that bottle, refill it by paying 2 rubies to use it again.
Yeah. So you can use it once in turn, and if you manage to pay the cost to refill it, you can do that. So each ingredient, as I said, has different abilities. So for example, the green ones, I think I've got different books out this time around. That's why I don't recognize all of them. So the books are double-sided and depends how many players you have. You can see here they have 4, what do you call bookmarks?
Yeah.
Yep. Here they have 3 bookmarks and they go to 1 bookmark and so on. It tells you what abilities they have, which is written on the left or on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side is the cost of those ingredients. So each one has something different. The only thing that doesn't have a book are the white ones because we know what they're doing. They're bad. So you go along until either you reach the end, which none of us technically did, although we did go quite far. I think
Sarah got really close to reaching the end.
that was some of the furthest. At the first round, we said we're never going to reach that, but really quickly.
It does build up.
It does build up, yeah. So either when you want to stop because you're close to having 7 of the white ones, adding up to 7, or you reach the end, or you just want to stop, or you've blown up. So when all players are done, then you go along on the main board and you do the actions that they are depicted here. The player that has reached the furthest rolls the die. This die either can give you points, 2 points, or 1 point. Can give you a pumpkin, which is one of them. Obviously not a 6 one, number 1. Can move your droplet, further 1. Give you a ruby. I think that was it. Yep. Then you act on whoever has that ingredient. It's a moth. A moth ingredient. Whoever has a garden spider ingredient, or whoever has the purple ghost.
Is it
creature.
A ghost?
It is called a ghost on the instructions, so yeah.
Okay, it looks like an intestine.
Yeah, well, that ingredient. So you do what they say. So straight away, here if you have less than 9, you get no points. More than 10, you get 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, and so on. So that was a hard one actually to achieve. We picked an easier book when we played the game. Then if your first revealed, let's say, bubble, which in this case is this one, if it has a ruby, you gain a ruby. So here I will not, but if I was all the way down there, I would get a ruby. Then you get your points, which are in the square numbers, not the big numbers, the small square ones. And then you go to the market. So the big numbers is how much money you have.
I like this concept because you get a set amount of money at the end of every round and you spend it or you lose it.
Yep.
And so it's nice just to kind of have free spend at the end of your round.
So you buy then the tokens. The prices of the tokens are written over the spell books. So a value 1 costs 5, a value 2 costs 9, value 4 costs 15.
When you say value of 2 and 4, what you mean is how many spaces you can place between when you're going around on the bubbles.
So if you get a 4, that means if you pick it up, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and you place it there. So you go further down your scoring board.
Now there's a bit of you could play this two ways. One is you could save up and buy the big numbers. Or two, which was my approach, was I bought loads of little numbers and therefore diluted the whites.
Yeah, you had loads of value 1 pumpkins.
Yeah.
So you would keep picking up the pumpkins. That was actually a good strategy.
Yeah, so I did get quite far around and I didn't get as many whites out. So that was my strategy. I quite liked it.
Yeah, because you start with 7 whites and 2 non-white ones. So it's extremely high likely the first 2 or 3 rounds to get the other ones. And the last one is what Luke said. You change 2 rubies for either moving your droplet further down, which I'm going to explain now why, or refill your potion so you can use it again for the next round. You can do that as many times as you can afford. Depends how many rubies you have. Now, at the end of the round, everything goes back in your bag. So all of the ingredients will go back. The droplet, though, has progressed. That means on your next go, you will start with an advantage. You start further down the line. So you want that droplet to move as far as possible. So me and Sarah had progressed. That yours was, I think, still quite...
So this was interesting. I was ahead on the leaderboard in terms of numbers, but I was behind in terms of my droplet, and I never got to use the mouse.
No. So the last advantage that you have is after you score the points, the people that they're behind the first person that scored, if you see on the scoreboard, there are those rats with a tail. So you count how many rat tails are between the first token and your token, and then you add...
Squeaky chair.
You add your rat stone so many spaces far from your droplet. So in this case, the blue is only 1 rat tail ahead, and you place it 1 ahead. At some point, I remember I was 5, so I had to place it 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces further down. So I had a massive advantage.
So it's interesting, a dynamic really, because you can be leading in points, but actually being penalised for that.
Yeah.
Or you can be behind in points and getting rewarded for that.
Yeah, it is a weird balance because it does try to help the people that are falling behind, but I think it was Sarah that ended up 1.
No, me and Sarah tied.
Oh, you tied? Yes, you did tie, yeah. So although she was constantly at the back,
we tied in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a bit like Eurovision points. You just don't know what's going to happen at the end.
And as you progress through the rounds, each round you might get something new. So in this second round, you can start using the man root something. Don't remember how they called. They're in Harry Potter as well. Then the ghosts. Round 4, 5, and 7, and 8, nothing happens. Round 6 is a mean one. You get an extra white one in your bag. That's the only time you get more whites. And the last round, you will not buy anything, so your money technically converts into points. The same goes with the rubies. Now, we said earlier that if your potion blows up, you'll be penalized. So what happens is that even if you have progressed the furthest, you're not allowed to roll the die. So you will not roll the die. And when it comes to points or market, you're only allowed to do one of the two. You cannot do both. So that's the penalty that you pay. Everything else, you score the same. And I think none of us went for the points. All of us were going for the market because I think in my head makes sense to get more ingredients.
Yes.
Rather than score.
Journey.
Yeah, because the points at the beginning, they're not that many. So you score up to 9. You score only 1 point. And then 2 points up to 13. So the points progress way further down the line. And that's how you play the quacks that have no ducks.
I really like this game.
Yeah, it is a really nice game. I did enjoy it as well. And it is actually very simple. I don't know if I ended up making it sound harder than it is.
I think the video to explain it took longer than the game.
No, no. It was a long game. And we did say at the end when it finished, oh, we want to play it again.
Yes, I really liked it. And I don't often really like a game straight away. So I will give this a 4.75.
I would agree with you, Scott.
Great. There we go. We like it.
We do like it.
Quacks of Quedlinburg.
Oh, Quacks of Quedlinburg. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's no less complicated than our last name.
No, but it is German. Ours is not.
It's Greek, which is worse.
Yeah, anyway.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe at loveboardgames.co.uk for our online board game borrowing service, where we deliver board games straight to your door. You can borrow between 2 and 6 board games a month, and Simon is going to send you a pack of sweets.